phone number is 512-990-3994, extension 326. And today we're bringing you an abbreviated version of a webinar we recorded with Stonefield Query. And so we're hoping that you enjoy the webinar. Neil Sorensen is the presenter, and we appreciate his efforts in assisting us in bringing this to you today. You can find a full recorded version on our website at mindovercorp.com. That's mindovercorp.com. And I look forward to hearing from you. Once again, 512-990-3994, extension 326.
Thank you very much, Adrian, and thank you to everybody else for taking the time out of your busy schedule here to check out Stonefield queries for Accpac. As you mentioned, that Neil Sorensen, and I work with Stonefield. And what I'm going to do today is just go through and show you hands-on how the product works. Like what you see, we actually have a trial version that you'll be able to try out on your own data. So this is going to be kind of a demo class.
And that was a brief snapshot of the webinar that we have pre-recorded with Stonefield Query and Accpac. I hope you enjoyed that brief summary. And you can find a full version of that recording on our website at www.mindovercorp.com. Once again, my phone number is 512-990-3994. My extension is 326. My name's Adrienne Montgomery, and it'd be great to talk to you. Have a great day. Thank you.